Shall we begin?
Hey there, boys and girls. Bob Kearns, the unsung photographer. And this is a little bit of a special episode. And what I want to tell you about is what I consider to be a modern miracle. Yes, I said it, a modern miracle. So, I was in the studio about 3 weeks ago, and I had my Einstein with a beauty dish up on a light stand with a little boom arm. And I turned my head and went to walk over to a table to set my camera down. And as I turned back around, I heard the horrifying crash of my poor little Einie from the top of the stand toppling over and crashing onto the ground. Needless to say, my beauty dish was hammered. I saw sparks. It was quite frightening. Now, you may or may not know, an Einstein light is worth about $500. And the deductible on my insurance from the PPA is, for breakage, $500. So, I was thinking, poor Bob, he's out $500. But I figured, let's give it a try. I'm going to pack it up in a box. I'm going to send it back to Paul C. Buff to see if it can be repaired. Now, you got to understand that this light's probably 4 or 5 years old. It was one of the... I bought them just not too long after the Einsteins first came out. It's been a great light. It's been dependable. It's been wonderful. And I love them to death. So there was tears. So, I called up Paul C. Buff and said, listen, I've got a broken light. Can I send it in for repair? And they said, sure. Let me send you over to the repair department. And they sent me and hooked me up with a lovely woman who is named Susan. And Susan told me, go ahead and send my light in. And if she gave me a call when I sent it in, that she would be sure to go down and grab it out of shipping and have a look at it as soon as she could. I thought, well, geez, that's awfully nice of you and really nice customer service. So I was pretty happy about that. So I ran to the UPS store and shipped off my light. And I gave Susan a call and said, Susan, I've sent my light. It should be there in a couple of days. I sent it UPS ground and I insured it and all this stuff. And please let me know when you receive it. So the following Monday, perfectly reasonable shipping time, I get a... call from Susan saying, we've got your light, and I've gone down to shipping, and I brought it up, and we're going to have a look at it today. I'm like, oh, that's amazing, because this was just before I had a shoot last week, so I was hoping I would get the light back before that shoot. Turns out I didn't. Not a big deal. I managed without it anyway. Long story even longer. So Susan gets back to me and sends me an email. And here's the email. I'm going to put it up. Bang, email. And the email says that they are going to go ahead and ship my light back to me. Can they use the same credit card? Because I had tried to fix it myself, and I ordered a flash tube and a modeling light bulb in hopes that just the bulbs broke. Foolish me. If they could use the same credit card. And I believe it came to $59.88, just under $60. And that is their usual fee for analysis of a broken fixture. And I said, oh, you managed to get it fixed? Well, that's just wonderful. And, thank you very much. And that's great. And I made a little notation and said, yeah, use that credit card, but I'm just curious, what did you have to replace? So here comes the magical part. And I want you to see my eyes, no glasses. The real magical part here. I get this other note back. It says, oh, I can't tell you what was wrong with the other light because we're just going to send you a brand new one. This one's 4 or 5 years old. It's not worth fixing. We're going to send you a brand new one for the repair fee. They sent me a brand new, look, here it is. Brand new in the box. They sent me the brand new sync cable. They sent me the spare fuse. They sent me a brand new power cable. The whole thing, brand new in the box, just like I just bought it. They sent it to me. So, Paul C. Buff and Susan in particular, thank you very, very much for what turned out to be really, really, really high-end customer service that I have seen from nobody out there in the photo industry. These guys are great. I'm telling you, there it is. Brand new. Brand spanking new. All pretty. It's got the little cover. Oh, everything. And my poor old one, one of the rubbers that you see here, there's a little rubber tip where you put your modifiers on. One of those was gone. But there it is, brand new, not a mark on it, all bright and shiny. She told me the newer ones have stronger face plates and better grip here for your modifiers, which quite frankly I always thought they could use. But I have tried this out with some modifiers on it, and it is very solid. You cannot beat, bang for the buck, Einstein strobe. Can't do it. Alien Bees I've worked with, also really, really good value. And now they have digital bees, which I haven't seen yet. But I understand that the interface on the back is very similar to this, where you have a digital interface as opposed to the old slidey switches that they used to have. And you can use in here, if you put a receiver, you can use them with their CyberSync radio control system, which is also top-notch. I just had the opportunity not too long ago to use the Profoto D1 500 in New York City in a studio. We rented one. And I was not impressed. I would have much rather had my Einie. The color consistency, according to the charts anyway, is better with the Einstein. And I quite honestly wasn't all that thrilled with the remote control that the D1 had. It was kind of flaky. Of course, I'm sure that was heavily used as a rental in a studio, but still, mine's heavily used too, and it works like a champ. So I'm with you on that one. Brand new. Brand new. Who does that nowadays? It's 2016. It's the world of Amazon, and people buy stuff online and you never see a face or talk to a human. It's all done by robots. The hell with that. Anything you buy, please, out of gratitude for treating me this way, at least one human being on the planet, buy everything from Paul C. Buff forever. I will. I tell you, that's it. I am now an evangelist for those folks, because that is the way you treat and keep customers. I will not buy any kind of lighting equipment from anybody ever again. God, if they have it, I will buy it from them. They have me sold. And I'm telling you folks, from the bottom of my heart, true story, Scout's Honor, brand new. All right, guys, this is close to a rant as you're going to get from me, and it's a very positive one. Buy your stuff from Paul C. Buff. They're great. They're in the States. They're in Nashville, Tennessee. You can't get any more American than that. Buy your stuff from Paul C. Buff. Thanks, guys. I'll see you later. And remember, even if you're on the right path, if you just sit in the middle of the road and you're not moving, you're going to get run over later.
Shall we begin?